My name's Eric. I'm a digital nomad traveling around the country in my Subaru Forester, and today I'm escaping normal life in Wisconsin.
Burning fire, I'm faster to escape these lies. Mountain water running free. Take the bad luck away from me. Earth that's sore, release my faith. Take my bad luck, don't hesitate. Wind blows like take the bad luck away from me.
Good morning from the Upper Michigan Peninsula. Today, I have got to not only try to get to this park and see it, but try to make it at least halfway to Madison, Wisconsin, where I'm meeting up with a friend of mine that I actually saw Nick like 2 years ago, so it hasn't been that long. But before that, it had been about 15 years since I saw him. All right, well, me and my buddy Nick came to this corn maze. We wanted to do something outside. It's a really nice day. And his wife and his little infant are out of town. His wife took his kid down to see some family in Georgia. So we want to get outside and just enjoy the nice weather. And up here in Wisconsin, a lot of farmland. And there's this corn maze you can do. They do it every year. And every year they do a different design in the corn maze. And this year it's going to be like axolotls and other animals in it, which is pretty neat. Nick actually has his pilot's license. And I think on Tuesday, he's going to take me up in a plane. And we're going to be able to fly over this. You're going to be able to see the maze from the sky up. So you're going to be able to see the actual design from the sky, like 1,000 feet up over this. It's going to be very cool. But we're walking through the maze today. Really cool. There's things for kids to do here. There's all these tires here that kids can climb on. There was a big bale of corn that kids can just roll around in. Yeah, it's just very cool. It's just, in Florida, we don't get anything like this. You don't get any kind of fall activity. Some places you can, but it's not, obviously not going to be anything like this. And if you're doing it, it's going to be, you're in t-shirt and shorts. Although I'm in a t-shirt today, it's like 60 something out here. But it doesn't give you that fall feeling. Here, it gives you the fall feeling of having the weather, of having the ambiance. I like this kind of stuff. It's cool. That's the maze we're going to do. So it's an axolotl. All sorts of things in there. Well, you get this map here. And what you do is in the map, you find these mailboxes. Well, in the maze, you find these mailboxes in the maze. And in the mailboxes, you'll find these little pieces of... It's hard to do this one-handed. You find these pieces right here, and you tape them to the map. They give you all these stickers here. That's what this clear roll is right here. Again, I'm doing this all one-handed. That's what this is. These are clear stickers, and you stick them to your piece of paper here, and there's going to be, it's like six of them, and or maybe even 8 of them. Yeah, you put them on here, and it's going to make the whole maze on here. And if you get all these little square tabs here like this, you take it back and they give you something. They give you $2 off t-shirts, and 8 or more gets you amazing, you get a pen. Anyways, it's very cool. It gives you an activity to do while you're doing the maze. So it's not just a corn maze. You're not just walking around a corn maze endlessly looking at corn. You're actually kind of completing a challenge. So that's the cool thing. This is really elaborate. This is very cool. You get anything like this in Florida for sure. All right, we found the exit, and this is the maze that we put together. So we actually, everything that's in white is in the corn maze. You gotta walk through everything that's in white. So yeah, and then down here in the corner, where it has this big circle, is just a maze within a maze. So you can't see it on paper, so you don't know what you're walking. So we decided not to do that section, but we did everything else. We walked everything that's in the white. After the corn maze, we went back to Nick's house and just hung out. He has a dog, and we wanted to take him to the dog park, so we did, just to get out and enjoy the weather again. His wife was coming back in just a few days. And to be honest with you, I just didn't do a lot of filming while I was there. I mostly got caught up with work and just really sat in their basement for the next few days and did a lot of projects for clients. But it was just nice to be able to kind of relax in a person's real house and yeah, just spend some quality time with friends. All right, well, my friend Nick has his pilot's license and he is renting a small little plane and we're gonna go flying. And we did this last time, it's pretty cool. So yeah, we're going on one of these little guys. We made it back on the ground. Very, very cool. But we are hungry. We're going home to eat. All right, well, I am leaving Wisconsin today. I've had so much fun catching up with my friends, Nick and Sarah. It was so great to see them. They just had a newborn and they just have like a little family. And it's just crazy to see that when you know someone from your past from 20 years ago. And of course, most of us didn't have kids and families and stuff back then. So amazing to see them. And I got to spend a week here in Madison. Really, really nice town. Every time I visited Madison, it's just really kind of been charming to me. I always ask myself the same question every time I come to these little towns. Could I live here? That's the question I always ask myself. And the answer is yes. I think I could definitely live in Madison. Granted, I've also only been here in the fall, so I've seen like pretty pleasant weather. Actually, this past week or so, it's been pretty hot, but I've never been here in the winter. So as a Floridian, I don't know how I would do in actual cold temperatures. So I don't know if this would be the city for me come, December, January, February. But other than that, I've always enjoyed my time when I've passed through the area. From here, I am headed into Iowa and Nebraska. I had some options on the table. I could have gone into Minnesota and then South Dakota, and I've been to both those states, and South Dakota especially is, I think, pretty amazing. I really thought there was a lot to see there. Granted, last time I was there, I went to the Badlands and to Mount Rushmore and to Cave of the Winds and Jewel Caves National Monument. I'm not expecting much in Iowa and Nebraska, but the reason I'm headed to those two states versus going through the northern parts like South Dakota and stuff first is because Nebraska and Iowa are literally the only two states in the lower 48 that I have not been to. So after I go through Iowa and Nebraska, I can actually say I've been to 49 states, with Alaska being the only one that I've not been to. And one of these summers, I'm gonna make it up there. And I'm gonna try to make it up there for like 2 or 3 months. That's a epic journey that I'm still wanting to do on my bucket list. My first stop in Iowa is actually gonna be someplace pretty incredible looking. I didn't expect Iowa to have this, so we shall see what it's like when I get there. Until next time, thank you for escaping normal life with me. I just want to take a moment to thank Emily Moratea, Deb Zaragoza, and Teresa Gregory. I really hope I'm pronouncing everyone's names correctly. You all left me a super thanks, and I cannot be more super appreciative. If you found this content enjoyable and you want to leave a donation, there is a super thanks button in the bottom corner. But honestly, just watching this content through the end and sharing this with your family and friends just means so much to me and the growth of the channel. It really does help a lot. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I really super appreciate it.